Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone else in between, welcome back to the 42 podcast, where as always we are talking about the failings of the late, great human race. And for the 41st time, your good friend and mine, Mr. Ryan. How you doing today, buddy?
One more, huh, Jake? That's all we need.
One more.
I'm good. How are you, man?
You know what, I'm alright, I'm tired, it's been, and I've got
Just got done moving, so
yeah.
we'll talk about tired.
Yeah, so you were like all happy about only having like 6 boxes. Yeah, how many boxes did that turn into? Like 30?
It was 2 trips. I got everything in like 2 or, well, including the beds, 3 trips. But what was really difficult is the house was in real disrepair. Really needed a lot of work just to live in it, like cleaning and tearing out old carpets and painting and cleaning, and we cleaned some more.
We cleaned some more.
And then, unpacking. It was 6 boxes, but they were took 2 people to carry each box.
Right, so they're big ones, yeah.
So it's just like, stop. And then, that was the boxes, but that didn't include like the clothes that was just in trash bags.
Right, it's always like the random crap. Like it never fails when you're moving that you get everything in a box and you take it all out to the truck and there's still shit everywhere. You have to like pack. Like
I thought we packed.
It's like, what about the vacuum cleaner and that thing and all these random things all over the place? And you're also like, how did this carpet get this dirty? I have no idea. I thought I took a good care of this place. I guess not.
Yeah, the clothes hamper, the broom, the trash can. You're like, well, shit, this is a lot of just random things.
Yeah. It's you like 2 or 3 like walk 3 or 4 walk out to the cars, like carrying as much as you can, just like shoving it anywhere it'll fit.
Right. You're like, fuck it, just throw this away. We'll buy a new one when we get there.
I have done that with so many things. Basically every broom I've ever owned, it's been thrown away every time I've moved. Like, screw you, guy. You're $8 or what? That's probably why I don't have as much money as I should. But that's a whole other.
Right, yeah. So it's $5 coffees, man.
So let's see. So it's been cold here, right? Like cold, like single digits cold at night. Our heater went out Thursday night completely.
Yeah, I'm surprised y'all didn't die.
We got down. I think it got down. It got well into the 40s in the house. It was so cold.
You could die.
We just found every blanket in the house and just started throwing it on the bed.
You're throwing pillows and stuff on you you're getting cushions off the couch. You're like, we'll sleep under this. Fuck it. Here, you lay on top of me for the first night or hour. I'll lay on top of you.
It wasn't that bad. I mean,
sounds like it. Fuck it.
We've
man.
all camped in worse weather.
No.
No?
It's Texas.
Yeah, that's true. Here it was.
Fuck you, man.
But yeah, so that was fun. House hunting is terrible.
Yeah.
Learned that the hard way this week.
I felt bad for you.
What are you going to do?
The perfect house. And I was like, oh yeah, how perfect? He's like, all of it. 2 miles from...
So, like, we find this townhouse, right? There was 2 small issues. One, it was only a 1-car garage, which 70% of the year in Pennsylvania, not having a garage is not a big deal. But when it starts to snow, having a garage is pretty nice. And the only other issue is it only had 1 shower. It's like it was a 1.5 bath, but there was only 1 shower in it. So those were the only 2 issues. The price was great. It was a 1.25 miles from my wife's work, about 4 miles from my work. Nice area, could still get FiOS. Like, the price with what we could put down on it, the mortgage was going to be like $700 a month. And we were ready to put down an offer on it. And so we were like, because we had to get some stuff figured out with the bank. Even though we were pre-approved, we still had to get like some, just some stuff. And like our realtor told their realtor that we were coming with an offer on Monday. It was a done deal. And like, we're at lunch on Sunday and my phone buzzes. And I pull it out and it says, is my real estate app. It's like, whatever, change from active to contingent. I'm like, the fuck? So I like text the realtor. She's like, what the? She's like, she even her was like cursing. She's like, what the fuck? They didn't tell me any of this was happening. They got like an all cash offer, full listing price for this property. Like, cause we were gonna, try, work a little bit better deal. Apparently this guy's like, screw it. Hundred plus $1,000, poof, right on the table.
Ugh.
Done. Nothing you can do. Thing is like if you get a guy who has $120,000 cash and a guy who has to get a loan for $120,000, you're taking the $120,000 cash because that's guaranteed no matter what happens.
Time.
It's time. Well, part of it's time, yeah. And so, and it was brutal too because this place, like when we first started looking at houses, it was the one I wanted. But it was already under contract.
Oh.
So we're like, okay, well, we moved on. And then Friday evening, like 6 o'clock, I was cooking dinner. And like my app buzzes and I look at it and it tells me that property has gone from contingent to active again. And then less than 24 hours later, full cash offer for it.
Damn it.
Apparently it was a perfect property for a lot of people.
Right?
I remember telling my wife, was like, look, we have at least 48 hours. We have at least 48 hours to get our shit together. I didn't think we were going to have like 3.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry. I feel bad for you.
It's
Hopefully
all
find
right.
something better.
That's all right. Maybe we'll just stay where we are. I don't know. And anyway, here's to that,
So, you want a fun little topic?
Sure.
I don't know how well or how much legs it'll have, but it'll be fun anyway. So you're lost so it's like a 80s or 90s movies or whatever. Who cares? It's like a movie.
Uh-huh.
But you're lost in time. And you get to choose the hero from a TV show, comic book, or movie to come save you. Who do you choose?
So, are you just lost, or are you guys specifically lost in time?
You're lost in time and you're like under duress. You need to be saved. Like they need to show up and take care of shit.
It's gotta be the doctor, right?
Oh. Oh.
Especially when you bring in the time element. That's why I asked about the time element. Because if it's just you're under duress and it can be any fictional character, then that changes things. But if it's specifically dealing with time here, it's
a good one.
It's got to be the doctor, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't think of it. A few of the options that I come up with, and this was an Ask Reddit question, but I didn't see any of these answers. They actually didn't have very many good ones. But anyway, the few that I come up with, Doc Brown, right?
I mean, but if you're under duress,
Yeah, but he's a badass. Like in the West, he had the gun, and
that's true. He was pretty awesome in the West.
He was pretty awesome. So whatever. And then I thought, like you did, I was like, well, he's not really that badass enough. Because the question's vague, but you're under duress of some sort. Like you're being kidnapped or something, right?
Right.
Then I was like, you could get the Terminator.
I was about to say, you could get the Terminator.
Right?
If
You can
he's
get Arnold Schwarzenegger or the T-100 to come save you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that would work. But,
Well, if we're going Terminator, I gotta go Summer Glau Terminator just because she's hot.
okay. Hey. Right. Man's got his priorities. Prerogative. But I settled on Rick and Morty.
I watched one episode of Rick and Morty.
Would that not be awesome?
Maybe I'll have to go back and watch it without my wife. She's not a fan.
No. That's not for the faint of heart at all.
Like there's certain shows I've tried, like I want to get into because they're supposed to be amazing, right? Like Bob's Burgers. Yeah, the internet just loves Bob's Burgers. It's supposed to be this touchstone, whatever, great show.
Right?
I can't get through it. Like watching that show is like wading through knee-deep mud or worse. Just it's so terrible. Oh, and I don't know if it's. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't do it for me.
One of the hardest I laughed is Rick and Morty. Like there's an episode where he takes him to the arcade
Uh huh.
and hooks him up to a virtual reality life machine, and he lives an entire life. And it's like one of those Star Trek episodes where it's so real and you're in it for so long that when you died at 80, you know, he's like, what, you know, because he had forgot that he was playing a game by the end of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the guy standing behind him going, "Man, you only got 80,000 points. You got him with a pension and a spleen." He's like, "Here, watch what I can do." And then he straps in, shot right. And then the next scene is everybody standing around going, "Look, look, look! He's taking Bob off map. He's taking Bob off map." And it's just like, yeah. So it was awesome.
Man, you want to talk about that? Is
Hey,
okay.
go ahead. Keep
We
going.
have some technical difficulties on Ryan's end. Do 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 do. Do do do.
It's my son. You want to say hi to Jacob?
Oh,
Everybody
he
say
is like, hi.
say hi. Say it. Hi. Hey.
Hey.
Okay. All right, be careful. All right, love you. All right, sorry, y'all. You know how it is. You got 3-year-olds.
It's a chunkster for 3, man.
He's not even 3.
It's a big boy for a 2-year-old.
Yeah, it's crazy too. He's so I mean, I don't want to be the son who brags on his kid, but my 9-year-old and him can play soccer together.
Yeah, I knew some people in college. They had he was in 3rd grade and was 5'7".
Yeah,
You know, just giant child.
kids. Yeah, he's huge, and he never stops eating.
But if you want to talk about, time travel and those kind of things, like that Star Trek episode with Picard where he learns to play the flute, and that's one of the better ones out there, right?
Oh yeah, that's a
Like,
hallmark
is that a top tenner?
of all time. Sure, yeah, I'd put it up
Well,
there
at least for Next Generation.
for next generation. Yeah,
God, that would be so hard to actually
all of
have
them?
it. If you had enough knowledge to actually rank the top tens, like of all Star Trek episodes, the original series, TNG.
I've seen them all more than once.
I've
right?
seen them all more than once.
Once, but I still couldn't, in that context, recall them all and compare to them. Like you would be a super genius. You really would.
Or have no life besides Star
Or
Trek.
no life. You just really go through it for a long time. You just start making graphs. You're like, well, what are the top 10 out of these? And then I'll compare these to these. And you could do it, but
That is one of me and my friends. That's one of our things. Eventually, we'll start talking, and then all of a sudden, the next thing we're doing is making top 10 lists for
Yeah.
like for us, it's been like The Office or something else.
right.
Which every couple of about every 2 years, we go back and revisit the top 10 Office list and revise it.
I've never watched that show.
It is so good. It
So I've
is
heard.
so good.
I know. I need to watch it. But you need to watch Rick and Morty.
All right, I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
I'll watch 2 episodes of Rick and Morty if you watch 2 episodes of The Office a week, and we can compare notes.
All right. I'm in.
Granted, yours is going to be a lot longer than mine is, so I'll find another TV show to do it for.
I'll pick one.
But The Office is... I have seen at least every episode at least 3 times, if not 4.
Right.
Like, once you've seen it a couple times, it's the ultimate just, like, throw it on your second screen while you're playing video games or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And you just catch the most random shit as you're like, oh, I never caught that joke before.
Yeah.
Or something like it is such a great show. I love it. It got kind of iffy in season 5, season 6, and then again in like season 8, but it's pretty good.
Cool. I'll check. So anyway, what interesting things do we have on the Slack this week?
Well, I don't know. Did you see the new Microsoft keyboard they're rolling out for iOS?
What does that mean?
Okay, so you know how in like Android you can have different keyboards?
Yeah.
Well, iOS is now allowing that. So this is also coming to Windows Phone and Android eventually, but they're rolling out for iOS first. And they've come out with a new type of keyboard that they're calling their one-handed keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being in line with the body of the phone, right?
Yeah. Right.
It's curved and it's
More of
pointed
like arch around your thumb.
arch around your thumb. And when I saw the picture of it, I'm like, why hasn't anyone ever thought of this before? this seems like the most natural extension of the idea, especially if you imagine now with a swipe keyboard.
That's what I was thinking. I
You
was
just-
like, oh, this is so perfect with swipe.
And I've used every swipe out there, every one of them. Windows Phone swipe is the
Yep.
best one.
Really?
By far, Windows Phone has the best keyboard out of anyone, like touch or swipe. Like it is so much better than Android or swipe or whatever. All the third party guys.
This is interesting. Looking at the picture now, it is like you would say. So you're holding it with your right hand, and your thumb comes over from the right hand of the screen to the, towards the center, and it arches towards the bottom as you pull it across. That's what it is.
Right.
My Note 3 that I had, what is that, 3 years ago now?
Right.
It did have a one-handed mode that you could click, but it didn't give you an arch. It just shrunk everything small enough and moved it over to the right corner bottom or to the left corner bottom. So you could use one thumb to type,
Interesting.
but it didn't have the arch. And the
That arch is pretty cool, right?
yeah, that's really cool.
Like as soon as it goes live, I'm gonna put it on my wife's phone and just see what it's like.
What has she got, the Apple?
She got the 6S.
Nice.
Yeah, we're kind of at the point. Well, especially she's at the point where she's like, I just want it to work. I don't have to think about it ever. I just want it to work.
Oh, well, then that's what you want.
If that's what you want, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. Like I'm almost at.
And stay cowboy.
Well, but the thing is I'm almost at the point because we do AT&T Next, and so I will have my phone completely paid off in like 3 months. So
Nice.
that charge will come off my bill completely. I'm just like, man, maybe I'll just make this thing last for another year.
What is it?
It's a LG G3.
Yeah, they're not bad.
It's not a bad phone. The only thing that sucks about it is battery life is terrible. But that's what
Can't
happens.
replace it.
You can't. No, I have 3 batteries. I have 3 batteries, and it came with an extra battery charger. So when I'm going on a trip or something, I'll have 3 of them loaded up
Nice.
and just have them in my backpack or whatever. So it sucks because I'll be like, me and my wife will be out on the weekend. We'll pretty much be using our phones the same amount. And I'll be at like 30%, and she'll be at like 75% on her phone. Like the battery life on the G3. It's also got that like IPS 1440 screen. Yeah. It's a beautiful screen. It'd be hard.
It is.
Like it's hard to look at other phones sometimes. When I'm like looking, I'm like, well, maybe I want a new phone. Even looking like the 6S, I'm like, that's kind of nasty
No.
looking.
Get the Note 4 is the only one that worth getting if you're going to switch. The Note 4 is one of the most perfect phones. It really
I
is.
hate the Samsung bake.
God damn it. It's such a
hate
good
it.
phone, though.
I have had 3 different Galaxies for a total of 4 weeks. I just can't do them. I hate them. I hate them.
The Notes aren't quite Galaxies, but they are. I mean, they are Galaxy Note. I know, but
And it might be one of those things where if they there's this one issue with the Galaxy Bag that I've had is where if you have headphones plugged in, it doesn't want to play, like if you get an alert, it doesn't want to play through your headphone.
my Note plays through my headphones.
It might just be a Galaxy specific thing.
Yeah, my Notes. I mean, I've got an S6 and it plays through the headphones.
Okay, well
But
maybe
if you're
they
in-
finally fixed
If you're
it.
in the car, it plays it through the Bluetooth.
Right, well
But,
it'll ping through whatever it's connected to.
Yes, right.
Yeah, like yeah, maybe I'll look at it. I don't know. I haven't like right now with the state of phones. I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing where I'm like,
Yeah, no, I want to go back. I want to go backwards. I want the Note 4. Like the Note 5's out, and I'm like, I don't want the Note 5. I want the Note 4. I really like the leather background, or it was pleather. It was fake leather.
right.
Where the battery cover was covered in that fake leather stuff. Awesome. It doesn't fall out of your pockets,
The
and it feels really good.
your phone's a unibody, right? You can't like crack it open.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you can. You have to do it like this, where it's broken. See, that's how you get in there. You just break that shit.
Now, what's cool is I saw something where LG is working on a phone that's supposed to be kind of modular.
Yeah, Google's supposed to be doing that for the last 5 years.
But what's really cool about it is it can be a unibody for the most part, but the very bottom, like the bottom bevel, that's what detaches. So you go like this, and the battery just slides out, and like the SIM card's right there, and so it allows it to be thinner than most.
Interesting.
It allows it to be as thin as like an Apple, but you can still have the replaceable battery and SIM card and stuff. Which, you know what? For the most part, I don't care about the replaceable battery as much as the SIM card. Having that extra storage, just being able to shove 120 giger in there is so nice.
Right. Hmm.
It's like what?
You don't mean a micro SD card.
That's what I meant. Sorry, I said SIM. Yeah, micro SD.
Especially considering how cheap you can buy them off Amazon compared to how much, Google wants you to charge you for a 64 gig phone.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's insane.
So give me the 8 gig phone and I'll go buy a 240 gig SD card.
God, I remember when I was in college, I could get a 256 meg
Yeah.
for $50.
Yeah.
And now let's see what we can get a micro SD card for.
Let's see how much you can get for $50.
Uh, we can get a 64 giger for 19.
No shit.
Yeah, 128 gigs. There you go,
128 gigs.
for $50.
That's incredible.
That's a 4 times larger than the hard drive on the laptop I took to college.
Wow.
And that was, well, I mean, that was, goddamn, 13 years ago now. Holy shit, I'm getting old.
Jacob, we're going to die soon.
I know I've told the story before, but I still remember when my dad brought home 4 megs of RAM. And the difference it made. It cost $100 in like 91.
Yeah, it was like $300.
Yeah. Oh, it's insane. But, yeah.
And it was like, a big deal. 56K modems. I remember it was cool because y'all had like the 120K or whatever it was.
Yeah, no. We had the 256K baud. Yeah.
Right.
That thing was fucking fast too, man. Like way back in the way back. No, look at it now. I'm like,
Yeah, those pictures only took us like a minute each,
you figured it out.
Yeah.
God, I remember going to college for the first time because like the first time I've been on like real fast internet. Could maybe do a megabyte a second, maybe.
Was it maybe a mega or was it 10 megs or something? Because I remember it being like, to us, it was, what was peer-to-peer inside the network? It was like 10 or something?
Peer was like 10 megabytes
something ridiculous.
a
I thought
second.
it was insane.
Hey, it's not bad. I mean, especially 13, 12 years ago, whatever. It was pretty
It was
quick
insane, yeah.
compared to, because most people are like, DSL was pretty new at that point,
56K.
Now, it was more than that. I think they were finally getting to like the megabits.
I remember when we first got DSL. It was, and the difference between dial-up and DSL.
Oh, it's huge, yeah.
Because it was like, you'd go down there and it's like, I'm going to go hang out on the internet for a while. And then like 5 minutes later, you're like, well, what am I going to do now? Because you'd looked at everything that it would have taken you like 2 hours to look at before.
Oh, dial-up. I remember dial-up.
So speaking of old school shit,
Uh-huh.
did you see what Atari's doing?
I did not.
Atari's releasing a video game. I think they're calling it Atari Vault. And it's over 100 games of their classics.
Nice.
So it's like, and it's a PC port. So you're going to be able to get it off Steam. So it's got Centipede, Asteroids, Missile Command, Tempest, Warlords. But it's also going to have like Roller Coaster Tycoon and Pride Fest and
That's sweet, yeah. Atari's finally figuring out that all they really can do is like is work their old nostalgia.
that's interesting. What makes a company, right?
Well, the thing is they haven't done really well in home consoles, but if you go into any new arcade, they have tons of new arcade games.
Yeah, Japan thrives on arcades. Like arcades is a big deal,
huge deal in Japan.
which makes me want to go to Japan. I don't want to be like one of those guys that's a Japan lover who thinks it's the greatest place in the world. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, it's kind of the greatest place in the world. They seem really cool over there.
I would love to go to Japan. That's like on my bucket list.
Yeah, we
One
should
of
go.
these days. Ooh, is it the original Alone in the Dark? I have to look at this. Alone in the Dark was one of the first games that ever scared me.
Yeah.
It was one of like the first survival horror games, like a third person like kind of shooter where you were a private eye and you were sent to look like see what's going on in this house. And it's just you. Yeah, it was old school, old school. Here, I'll send you a picture. Like early Polygon kind of shit.
We're getting a new kind of like Myst-like game.
Oh, The Witness.
That looks cool, huh?
It does look cool because, because the first reviews are starting to come out today, and
this this actually scared you back in the day.
back in well, this is like '91, man.
If anybody who could see this, it's just triangles and like 16-bit like textures on everything. It's
But you got to remember, if it's a good game, right?
right.
It almost doesn't matter what it looks like.
It doesn't. Yeah. Punch Club proves that.
Punch Club proves it. There's a lot of games that prove it. Papers, Please.
Yeah. Binding of Isaac.
I haven't really played that.
You never played Binding of Isaac?
I haven't played Binding of Isaac yet.
Ooh. Boys, get lost in that one.
But yeah, The Witness, apparently it's
Yep.
100 hours.
Nice.
He said he set out to make a 5-hour game and it became a 100-hour game. But no puzzle is the puzzles are supposed to be hard but not stupidly hard. Like it's supposed to respect the player's time. So it's a true 100 hours in terms of like you're not going to spend 10 hours because a puzzle just has a super obtuse way to solve it.
Okay.
And
So it'll be like actual brain teasers or actual puzzles or
right. Well, and it's
Something
also
solvable.
something like about how every puzzle you solve like shows you a maze, and you have to like work your way through the maze as you're like working your way around the island. It looks really cool. It may be one of those games where like we have to like set a time, like sometime on Friday night, and hop on Skype and play it with each other and see what happens.
okay, that'd be fun. Yeah, I would be down for any of that. Now that I've moved in, it's completely a possibility. I have real internet, son. Did we tell the viewers how cool my internet is? Like, they don't give a fuck. That guy in Switzerland's like, ooh, tell me. Yeah, I'm getting 185 megs down or whatever it is.
It's pretty solid.
Like if you go into speed test,
Yeah.
12 up.
Yeah, that's the one thing FiOS has going for it. It's both directions.
Um,
If I had a real reason to afford a 300, I would do it. I just can't quite justify it, even though I want to. But every 3 or 4 months, I try to justify the 300. I just can't do it.
That's fast.
That's fast. I mean,
What is Google Fiber? Is that 1,000?
It's a gigabit, yeah.
So it's 1,000.
Yes.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So you download like World of Warcraft in like less than a minute?
Well, let's see. I can generally do about 18 megabytes a second
Mm-hmm.
on a good Steam connection. So at 150, so we're talking, let me pull up my calculator.
But say your game's like 42 gigs. That's 42 seconds?
No, there's a difference between gigabits and gigabytes. There's bits and, bytes are larger than bits.
Okay, I guess that is a technicality that I didn't quite.
Yeah. So on a good Steam connection, and this will also assume that whoever you're downloading from can handle your speed. So we're talking 18.
So at 1,000, are you getting into the realms of hardware bottlenecks?
For some servers, I would think so, but I'm not super up on that, so
What
I
about your
can't
own hard drives? How fast can they write?
do it.
How fast can your hard drive and your computer write stuff down?
Most of them are 6 gigabits.
Ooh,
Um, it's about. Oh, I guess. Let's see, 100. No, there it is. Never mind. So you're looking at roughly at a gigabit. If you can sustain a gigabit download, you're probably looking about 130 megabytes a second.
damn.
So you're looking about 7.5 seconds a gig.
Wow.
So, do that and then multiply this by like a 42 gig game. You're talking 313 seconds.
Which is slightly less than 2 minutes.
Yes. No,
Seven.
it's 5 minutes. 5.2.
Oh, I thought you said 113.
No, 313.
Ah,
Yeah, still. That's a lot. That's a whole lot.
that is. That's it. That's awesome.
One day.
Ah.
One day we'll all have a gigabit. I don't know. It'll take a long time before we all have gigabit.
It will.
Because there's so much old infrastructure, they're going to have to, replacing all the infrastructure is going to be so expensive.
That's what the Iraq War should have gone into. Fiber optics and new highways. How much more awesome would the United States be if we all had badass freeways and highways and fiber optics and just fiber optics alone, the productivity.
Yeah, one of the big reasons why the United States is sort of lagging behind is we've had a phone infrastructure for so long compared to a lot of other nations. We've just had it, so we haven't needed the voice over IP as much as other places have. Well, and that's pretty much what the major reason why is because we've had a phone infrastructure for 120 years.
Right, exactly.
You know.
Oh, whatever.
And so it's been, instead of pushing internet and everything else, do I gotta give it up to AT&T and those guys? Man, they're you do have to submit to some pretty interesting things to get gigabit internet, at least right now. Deep packet sniffing. So AT&T and Google will really look at your packets and see what you're looking at to so they can sell it to advertisers and stuff.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause that's how it's so cheap. Google Fiber is $80 a month.
I know, that's what I've heard.
So
Ah,
everything comes at a price.
that's right. Nothing's free.
All we want is your soul.
That's it. Actually, just your money. You can keep the soul.
No, Google would take your soul if they could. They
Well,
would let you rent your soul back from them
Yeah.
after they've analyzed it and hooked up enough stuff to to figure out how to sell to advertisers. Then you could have your soul back.
They don't want your soul. They just want complete access to the information in it.
Right, that's right. They just want to put a little packet sniffer in your soul. That's all they want.
That's
That's
it.
all they want. Google or Alphabet, whatever it's
Yeah.
called now.
Did you
Oh.
see that Volvo is claiming a death-proof car by 2020?
I did not.
That's pretty cool.
So how are they planning on doing that?
They're Volvo, and they're just probably getting hype. I mean, who knows? I didn't read the article, but it's in response to the Google, or not Google. We've been talking about it. The Tesla model. It's ooh, they don't want to get left behind on that kind of technology.
Yeah, they're saying if we make a fully autonomous vehicle, you have to think through everything and potentially have on the car.
Autonomous cars are getting close, man.
They're getting there.
Surprisingly quickly.
It's a lot faster than I expected.
They're really pushing
A
it.
lot faster.
Yeah. I'm cool with it though. I'm okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I got to go to Oklahoma Saturday.
I'm sorry. What part?
Atoga? Atawak? Some Atatalk? I don't know. It's like 5.5 hours away, and it's like very, very small.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Atoka?
Yeah, Toka.
Yeah, where's is that near Tulsa? No. Where is that? I know where that is.
I don't know.
I've got to look, being from my home state and all. Oh, yeah, it isn't the way on the count. There isn't. Oh, it's not just north of Durant. Okay.
That cleared it up for everybody, Big.
Sorry. So what you do is you take 75 straight through Sherman, like through McKinney and Sherman and Texas, and you just keep going.
Whew.
Yeah, that's not going to be a fun trip.
Nope. Audio.
You're nowhere anywhere cool either. I could be like, hey, you gotta stop here and like just like see this one cool thing while you're doing it. No,
Mm-mm.
why you gotta go there, dude?
Getting dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
Puppies.
You know you can ship them, right?
Yeah, but they have to have rabies vaccinations,
Oh,
and you have to be 4 months to do that.
okay.
And this one's 8 weeks.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I would ever ship a dog, but it's kind of cool you can.
It is. But I was wondering what kind of company has an infrastructure large enough that they have a trained and, like, you know, a trustworthy person to come pick your dog up and drop it off at the airport. It's like, what? You don't have a dog service. You just you're doing the paperwork that I could do at the airport. That's all you're doing, or something like that. It just seems fishy.
No, like UPS, they will pick a dog up from your house and deliver it to another house. Yeah, you can FedEx a puppy.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Oh my god. Can you really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can ship animals.
How? What? What? Do y'all take it for walks and feed it and all that? How does that work?
No, you just next day it.
Literally, just
Yeah. It's literally next day.
fuck it. Why does it not get crushed?
I mean, it's
Killed.
I mean, I'm sure they take special precautions for live things, but it's just like anything else. They just stick it in the belly of the plane and take it off.
You can survive there? You don't have to have oxygen?
No, that's where do you think they put dogs when they?
I don't know.
No, you can survive. It's cold. It's cold, but you can survive. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they put dogs in the cargo hold all the time in planes.
All right. Now I learned. Today I learned.
That's your tidbit of trivia knowledge. You can ship a puppy.
Oh, do you want to get through my recommends?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is an oldie. So we were playing Punch Club, and it reminded me of those graphics, right?
Uh-huh.
Everybody who's listening to this, if they haven't, they need to go watch Code Monkeys. That fucking show is awesome. You'll really understand my humor because I think it's one of the funniest fucking shows ever. So
I laugh so hard watching that show.
do the Manly Man Slam. Do the Manly Man Slam.
This is what Rush must have felt like when they were writing 2112.
Oh, so get on that, y'all.
Oh, is it? Can you stream it?
I have no idea. I have no idea where it is. I used to own it.
Man, I might have
I
to.
thought it was on Netflix way back in the way
It was way back in the way back.
back when Netflix sucked.
But like, wasn't it on like wasn't it like G4 or something?
Yeah, it was G4.
So I have no idea what's happened to all of those properties since they went under.
I don't know. I know only watched season 1 though.
I think there was only really one season, or like one full season and like half a season or something.
It was so bad. The second season was so bad they had to have canceled it pretty quickly, I'm sure. It's so bad that I never watched like past episode 2 or whatever. It was just like ugh.
Where is it? Tell me you can.
But season 1 is fucking gold.
Season 1 is hilarious. It's on Hulu. No.
They can find it.
Yeah, you can buy it, but it doesn't look like you can stream it right now.
Oh well.
Okay, that reminds me. I had this idea for a thing. And so, superheroes are a big deal, right?
They are still.
Yeah.
They're gonna jump the shark. When are
They
gonna
will eventually, but here was my thought.
All right.
Is let's start like a streaming channel.
Yes.
Like a full-on channel, like with commercials, the whole bit. We're not going to charge you nothing for it. Just free as you want. Basically, watch it like a TV, like an old TV channel, right?
Okay.
And get like all the superhero stuff from like the Fleischer cartoons from the 30s through like the terrible Spider-Man stuff from the 70s and have like the old Adam West Batmans, and maybe if you can get like animated series, like Batman animated series rights, those kind of stuff, and just have a schedule for it. Just so you could just like turn it on and watch it.
I can't believe that's not a thing yet.
Right? I thought about this and like, I wonder if I could do this. I wonder if I could put together enough scratch to do this.
Like, why isn't there streaming services like they talk about in Ready Player One, where everybody has their own personalized TV channel?
Isn't that Twitch?
No, because Twitch won't allow you to put whatever you want on it. You're not going to be able to schedule a rerun from some 1980 samurai movie and then schedule
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rock in the morning on Saturday, and you know what I mean. You can't do your personal TV channel. That would be cool if you had like Netflix kind of money and like clout, or like library, that you would allow people to put together continuously streaming TV channels off of your
Yeah, you have the rights.
library. So I could go in there and program a channel, and if my channel got popular, I could get money off the
Yeah.
advertisements that you got off.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting thing to look at.
Wow, we should stop the podcast. Quick.
Quick, to the interwebs and to venture capitalists. So, if there are any animation fans out there who haven't seen the Fleischer Superman from the 40s, you've got to watch it just for the
Okay.
animation.
Is it good?
Oh, it's fantastic, especially for, the time. It's what Batman the Animated Series was modeled after, actually.
Okay.
Just amazing. Here, I'll pull you up a picture. Yeah, it's a little small, but it'll do. Especially like nothing in the 40s could compare to what this was, and it like you see so much of its influence in animation through the years, and
Oh yeah. That does look cool.
very like Art Deco and
Yeah.
film noir. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
I mean, the cartoons themselves are okay, but
You can
the
see
animation is incredible.
Well, I don't know. Mia Hawazaki, or whatever his name was, the Studio Ghibli from Japan. I don't know how long he was doing cartoons, but they really look like he was influenced by this, or they were influenced by each other, or whatever. But very same style. Very cool.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. If you can find them, it's definitely worth the watch.
Cool.
Oh,
So, what else?
no,
Anything interesting?
I don't know.
Broncos won.
Broncos did win.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Was it a good game?
I only saw the highlights. Like, really, I really have not watched a lot of sports this year, which is weird for me.
That is weird for you.
Like pretty much anymore, all I really watch is like the majors in golf and Oklahoma State football.
Right?
And that's pretty much all I watch anymore. Like I keep up, I'll watch the Masters games, but even then, that's hard to watch up here, especially.
Why is that?
No one carries them. Like the only way I can do it is buy like like MLB.TV or whatever. And like I love baseball, but not enough to spend $200 to see every baseball game because I'm not going to use it that much.
Wow. Why does it cost that much? What's up with that?
Well, it's literally every game. Like MLB.TV, I think it's like 150.
Oh, right,
but it's every game. Mm-hmm. Period. All 32, all 30 teams. Like every game you can watch live.
Whew.
So, yeah. So most people just do it to watch for their favorite team, but there's a lot there. Almost every league almost every league besides the NFL has that. Because like the NHL, it's like $100 for every hockey game.
Oh, we're talking about this, and it just reminded me. Did you see that drone racing is going to become a pro thing? Like they're
Yeah.
gonna start their own like professional sanction like
So
drone racing thing on. I think it's going to be on ESPN or CBS or something. I thought somebody was linked it in Facebook, which is stupid because you can't share stuff out of Facebook. Stupid Facebook. You can only share it to other people in Facebook.
right, yeah, that's the thing that sucks about it. Let's
Just
see.
one of them.
Man, I have it. Announces NBC Sports.
Okay, NBC.
Yeah, NBC Sports. Which is, I love NBC Sports and Universal Sports because they do like they're still real sports, but they're sort of out there. Like in the U.S., like NBC Sports and Universal is where you watch curling and that kind of stuff. They do a lot of like Olympic type sports.
Mm. Should be fun.
Yeah,
Should be intense. It's like F1 racing, but like in 3 dimensions. Very cool.
yeah. I mean, maybe that'll be like one of the big like first VR thing, so you can like
Ooh,
click into it and then just like jump between different racers.
that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Because I know that's how some of those guys race. Is they actually race
That's
with
how
those
they all race.
headsets.
Yeah,
You know?
you pretty much have to.
It's crazy.
The speed at which they're going and the angles and stuff at which they're cutting, you couldn't do that.
The
Lines-
relative speed.
What do you mean?
They're going fast, but they're not going that fast.
Well, I don't know, 80 miles an hour and stuff
Okay.
through the trees and stuff. It's pretty quick. They'll do 70, 80. Like if they can really like wind them out, wah,
Nice.
They're getting insanely quick. And they drive them through the trees like pod racers, So, yeah, it's intense. You couldn't do that without line of sight.
It's like the thing we've all been waiting for ever since we saw Luke Skywalker driving the speeder through the forests
Yeah.
of Endor. We've all wanted to do it, and now we can.
Now we can. You really can. There's actually a YouTube video of a guy who made what is that called? A drone, but with a speeder, like in the front of the camera, so it looked like you were driving the speeder. So he's like flying through the woods, and it had like that
Right.
front coming out of it. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, pretty cool. So, Trump,
Yeah, he's not going to be in the next debate.
why not?
There's something that's just blown up on my Twitter in the last like 2 hours. Apparently, someone at Fox News pissed him off. He's like, "Screw you guys, I'm not going to do it."
Oh, he said, "Fuck y'all."
Yeah,
I like him. I mean, I really don't like him. I hope he doesn't win or all that, blah, blah, blah. But it is at least fun. Did he really say he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it? Or is that just like some internet troll? I couldn't verify.
from what I can see, it's the truth. He said I could do it and not lose any voters, but I'm just. I mean, it's a stupid thing to say, but it is a joke after all.
Stupid thing to say, though.
Oh.
The whole house just shook. I was trying to make sure that nobody started screaming or something. Enough! Sorry. Kids.
Kids, man, they're the worst.
They are the worst. We should just drown them all.
But then we would have no more.
That'd be fine.
Oh man. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if I have much anything else really.
Yeah, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, we'll call a little early. No big deal. Whatevs. Big sort of programming note. We may release it on the same day next week, but we'll be recording on Sunday with the people from the Dresden Files podcast.
Yeah.
And then a week from Sunday we will be on their podcast doing Dresden File-y things. So for all the Dresden File fans out there, we'll be there. They'll be here. Big crossover event for the 42nd episode of the 42 podcast. So it'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, sweet.
But anyway,
Look at that, y'all.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for coming out to the 42 podcast. And we love you and have a good night.
Bye.